We're having problems on Facebook. We are now live on Facebook.
Most news shows are suspect. They don't focus on Black issues, and when they do, it's all fluff. How does that help your life? How does that help your family? How does that help the culture? They don't. The Tim Black Show is different. Tim Black gives you news for people who can't stand the news. Real, authentic, researched, entertaining, on point. Don't let nobody take your cornbread. Visit www.timblacktv.com today. Get Black breaking news, politics, culture from someone you can trust. timblacktv.com. Join us today.
The Blog Talk Radio. Please enter your host PIN. When finished, press the pound. Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Horrific, Johnson, horrific. All right, what up? Jesus Christ. Whatever. All right, guys, what's going on? What's happening? What it look like? My name is Tim Black. Welcome to the Tim Black Show. Glad you could be in the house. What's up, Facebook? What's up, Twitch? What's up, YouTube? Took me a moment. Had to fiddle with the technology to get Facebook on board. Welcome up. Welcome, Facebook. Glad you could be here. Let me make sure they're actually hearing us out here. That would not be the strangest thing. Let's check it out. Make sure we're golden. Make sure we're golden, Pony Boy. Make sure we're golden. All right. Where we at? We're live on YouTube. Looks like we're doing okay. Oh, yeah. They are back in the house. We got the Wolfpack in the house. Wolfpack's in the house. Patreon members, Team Black, Wolfpack Team Black in the house. Thank you so much for being present and accounted. What up? I'd like to thank everybody who supports this show. Without you, there is no show, so I appreciate that. We appreciate that. This movement appreciates that. This community appreciates that. We have one of those things called a community, and we hold it down for our people in our community. What up, Twitch? What are Twitch people? Anybody on Twitch? Just wondering. Facebook. Jesus Christ. Oh, the Mark Zuckerberg. Zuckerland. What is up, Facebook? So tonight is Tuesday. We got the number on the screen. I put it up early this time, so I would not forget to put it up, because that happens. I forget to put it up. Like, oh, Tim Black, where's the phone number? Where's the phone number, Tim Black? So there we go. That's okay. That's good. Let's try this. This looks a little, it's a little off. Let me see if I can adjust a little bit. Yeah, maybe it's just a contrast or something. A little tiny, I don't know, maybe just a little tiny bit. I don't know, man. Something's happening. I don't know. That doesn't look better either. I guess I have to stick with it, though, man. It's good enough, Johnson. We good enough, right? It's all right, Tim. Don't worry about it. Yeah? There it is. All right, so, yeah. Stuff's been going on. We got phone lines tonight. I want to jump to it and kind of get to this. I wanted to address the Joe Biden Afghanistan troop withdrawal, which has been on everywhere you look. Everywhere you look. It's been everywhere, and it's some footage coming out of Afghanistan that's really riveting. And I got a couple of clips, and yeah. So I don't know how I want to do this. So I want to say what I think first. Well, let's just watch this one clip from CBS, hoping that everything's okay to play this clip. I'm going to try because it's a good explanation of where we are with Afghanistan and some of the questions. And this is coming from friendly media. So when you got friendly media like CBS, NBC, ABC, grilling the president, well, you only can imagine what Fox News and any other sort of more center-right news organizations are doing. So let's go ahead and check that out.
Of course, to the political fallout mounting, the White House was pressed today about reports that U.S. intelligence saying that this was a real possibility, asking, was it ignored? Stephanie Ramos now from the White House.
24 hours after saying the buck stops with him, President Biden is at Camp David, leaving his advisors to defend his handling of the unfolding crisis in Afghanistan.
What is he taking ownership of? Not just the decision to leave Afghanistan, but is he taking responsibility for the chaos that happened during the evacuations and for any bloodshed that may be happening right now? Is he taking responsibility for that?
He's taking responsibility for every decision the United States government took with respect to Afghanistan because, as he said, the buck stops with him. I am also taking responsibility, and so are my colleagues. At the same time, that doesn't change the fact that there are other parties here responsible as well.
National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan says the president is monitoring developments and troop movements by the hour.
The truth is, this did unfold more quickly than we had anticipated.
But one U.S. intelligence official tells ABC News leaders were told by the military it would take no time at all for the Taliban to take everything. No one listened.
Did the White House disregard that intelligence and push ahead?
I'm not actually familiar with the intelligence assessment you're describing, but I also don't want to get into specific intelligence products.
Watching this all unfold, families of fallen American soldiers. In Flint, Michigan, Terry Johnson trying to reassure fellow Gold Star parents.
It would be very easy to go to a dark place and be angry and disappointed, but I can't allow myself to do that, because then it would be allowing maybe the thought of the sacrifice not making a difference.
President Biden is cutting his trip to Camp David short and is returning to the White House tonight. The administration will certainly face many more questions about the intelligence leading up to this withdrawal.
All right. Okay. I'm hoping. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. You guys here? I got a delay. Okay, it is working. Okay. All I saw was a black screen. I thought for a second they cut me out. I'm paranoid that way. What's up, people? What's up? So we watched that together. We had a moment to kind of address that. So let's get into this. Let's get into it. Couple notes I took from that clip. I want to see what you think about this. I'm going to tell you what I think about it. First of all, the buck stops with Joe Biden. Anybody really believe that? Anybody really believe that the buck is going to stop with Joe Biden, first of all? That he's like taking responsibility for America? Really? Is that what he's doing? That's not what he's doing, Johnson. And why would you think he would do that? Are people really sitting at home going, Joe Biden's really stepping up and owning this thing? No president has ever owned anything. Ever. It's always someone else's fault. It's always them just picking up at the dirty, soiled rags of the previous administration. That's what it's always been. That's what it is now. Joe Biden even took it a step further in his pointing fingers. He pointed at the people that need his help.
We gave them every tool they could need. We paid their salaries, provided for the maintenance of their Air Force, something that Taliban doesn't have. Taliban does not have an Air Force. We provided close air support. We gave them every chance to determine their own future. What we could not provide them was the will to fight for that future. There's some very brave and capable Afghan special forces units and soldiers. But if Afghanistan is unable to mount any real resistance to the Taliban now, there is no chance that 1 year, 1 more year, 5 more years, or 20 more years of U.S. military boots on the ground would have made any difference.
Booyah. Tough talk. Now, one, I agree that it probably wouldn't have mattered how long the U.S. stayed, that this was going to eventually happen because, well, once you leave, you leave. If somebody broke into your house right now, you broke into your house with guns, held you and your family captive, and made you go in the basement while they ransacked your home. The moment they left your home, and you knew they were gone, what would you do? You come out of the basement, Johnson, and over time, you'd either leave, rebuild. After the whatever, right? You're going to rebuild because it's your home, right? Now imagine you're a Taliban armed with this ideology that's my way or the highway. Either this book or your life. Either you follow this or you're dead. That makes it even worse. What I'm trying to say is no one should have ever doubted what was going to happen the moment that once the new car smell wore off, once the wheels were in the air, baby, all bets were off. Everyone knew that no amount of preparation was going to eliminate this unless you totally eliminated Taliban, unless you totally wiped them from the face of the earth. I mean, there's no other way. And then you have to wipe those who are sympathetic and all other groups that are related to them that might retaliate in their name, now that you've made them martyrs. I mean, this is a whole different type of understanding and a whole different type of mentality than what you're used to. So, I don't think it could have went another way. But then to say that the Afghan people that fought beside you, many of them died, like 500,000 Afghans died fighting over there, and you're going to say that they just didn't have the fucking will to fight? That's tough. That's tough, ain't it? That's a horrible thing to say, you know? Oh, you didn't want to stay and be annihilated and be tortured to death and watch your children be tortured to death and raped to death. Oh, great, and then beheaded and thrown in the street. Oh, cowardly. The cowardly Afghans. You know, let's go back to the clip. Let's respond to some of the comments that were made. All I can think about how the money-making contractors really have a lot of power, because even NBC, MSNBC, CBS, ABC all have criticism. CNN, they all have criticism for Joe Biden. You know that's that money talking, boy. Because at the end of the day, who they really respond to, who they really listen to, are the big money interests, man. It's not. I'm tired. See, look, Fox News, you conservatives, do I have any conservatives watching? I may still have a few on Facebook. Listen to me. If the corporate media actually was owned by the Democrats, totally in totality, would they be criticizing Joe Biden for what he just did, or would they be praising him? See, you got to understand, you need to wake up. Okay, get it. The powers that be that are most dominant in this country are money-related. They are asset-driven. They are resource-driven. They are always focused on corporate profits, whether it be contractors and the deepest pockets that exist in America, maybe the world, are our military-industrial complex pockets. Those pockets are never ending. There is no bottom. They're perpetually able to be filled. You understand what I'm saying? So those forces that be are running this, and they're pissed that Biden pulled out because the money machine can just keep going. And there still might be a couple of pieces of resources, or a couple of vital resources still available in Afghanistan that can be plundered and fueled back into the Western world. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Are you smelling what The Rock with Tim Black is cooking? Are you picking this up as I'm putting it down? Are you still living in La La Land? La La Land is no place to live when this shit's going on. Next thing. Was it ever going to end any other way? Was it ever going to end any other way? We still have bases in places like Korea and Germany. Why? You think we're there because we're great people? We're doing things that... Listen, we got these bases all across the globe. 10 times more than any other country. Last time I did the math. And it ain't because we're Pollyanna, because we're Mother Teresa out this motherfucker, okay? Let's get on the same page and at least pretend, at least for a little while, at least for as long as the segment, live within the same universe. Hey, like people love to talk and love to say what they do and how intelligent they are, and they use the King's English so properly. But motherfucker, you can't say it plain and simple so everybody gets it. Listen, America is an oligarch. We are imperialists, and we are plundering the globe for profit. We've been doing so forever. and we will continue to do so. And we don't care who gets in our way, and we'll make a deal with the literal devil in order to precipitate and continue that catastrophe. And we will throw Biden and anyone else under the bus who gets in the way. Next point. The White House disregarded intel that Taliban would come back. Ooh, that's so surprising. I already gave you a scenario of a logical interaction or situation. I painted a picture of what would happen. What would happen? What would happen if the rival gang leaves and there's still a gang? Like, the gang comes back. The gang takes over the corner. The gang hits the block. If you get locked up and you were working the block, somebody else going to take that block? This is just basic. Then you don't need a fucking White House intelligence organization, the NSA, ISA, CIA, PPA, APP, RRRB, AAA. You don't need anyone else to tell you. That's basic. The only way you stop them from ever coming back is if it's no them to come back. Right? Are we that stupid? And now to the most excruciating part of this, the Ghost Star family. Ghost Star family is this woman. You can see the still dripping, her eyes still filled with the pain and anguish of a lost son. Doesn't need to be said. We know what it means. We know the pain. We can see it. We may not have experienced it, but we can imagine what it's like to lose your child in one of these endless, gutless, fucked up wars that didn't have to happen, that we did so primarily just to throw our weight around or to grab resources or to further our diplomacy in the land. And that's really what it is. And when she says, hey, I don't want to go to a dark place that maybe it's possible that the sacrifice was not worth it. And lady, I hate to be the bearer of bad tidings, but you already know. You already know. Or you never would have asked the question. They call me all types of things. They say I'm not this, I'm not that. But one thing you cannot say, if you're looking into my eyes right now, you can't say that I'm lying to you. They disagree with me. But I mean this shit. Yes, your son's death was unnecessary. And the biggest fear, the greatest fear the U.S. has is that a bunch of other folks like you will wake up and realize that one day, and they won't be able to sell this nonsense, this chicanery, this lie to the American people over and over again, that we're somehow saving the world from the world. We are that part of the world that's making the world needing saving. That's us. So if America was going to fight someone to save the world, we'd have to fight ourselves first. You know what I'm saying? And all this other nonsense is just nonsense. It's bullshit. So, Mom, I feel your pain, and I do. It does me no pleasure to say these words to you, but yeah. His sacrifice does not make a difference if you mean the sacrifice was to liberate some people, or your sacrifice was to make the world a better place. And if the sacrifice was to enrich military contractors like Northrop Grumman, Lockheed Martin, and the like, General Dynamics, which I doubt is the purpose of the sacrifice, or would be the purpose of a sacrifice for any person on this planet that would seem desirable. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't imagine anybody wanting that shit. So, no, it was not, and it could not be, and it will never be, a difference in the lives of those people. Look, we didn't even go there for the reason your son died, man. We did not go there to liberate people. And did we really go there to stop terrorism? Because if we did that, well, we failed that miserably. I don't think we did not go there for that either, because the terroristic threat is now just spread and metastasized across the whole of the Middle East. It's the only way to stop terror would be stop terrorizing others, basically. He's like, mind your fucking business and take your white asses back to America and get your tentacles out of other people's lives and countries and stop trying to, you and the rest of the westernized world, stop fucking with people. But that ain't going to happen. Any more than... The terror threat is well beyond Afghanistan and Trump's 15,000 troop withdrawal down to 2,000. Now everyone losing their fucking minds because of total withdrawal. It's really all I got on it. I'm just saying, man, this is not... You got people actually clinging on the sides of planes while the planes take off. There is no hope. All right, guys, we're going to come back. We can go back. We'll go to phone calls. Ain't no nice way to put this shit. That real enough for you? All right, I'll be right back. 2 minutes. We'll go to phone calls. Let's make it a nice, quick night to get to phone calls. Let people talk. Wolfpack.
Most news shows are suspect. They don't focus on black issues.
Oh, man. All right, guys, now remember, go to jointimblack.com if you want to become a member of the Tim Black Wolfpack. Do that today. Do it now. I put off today. Well, I put off till tomorrow what you can do today. And we're back. Let's do phone calls, man. Let's get that going. Shit. Let's get a couple phone calls going. We got phone call time. Come on now. All the good stuff. Why not? Why not do phone calls? Okay. All right, so yeah, we had good times. I got a phone call in the queue, 504. Hold on, 504. Where's my headphone? Oh, there we go. Hold on. Not ready yet. I have to actually hear you talk. All right, you guys, phone lines are open. 319-527-6212 is the number you dial into. All right, 504, you're live. What's your name? What's your comment? I can't hear you, 504. Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. Caller, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. Hey, man. If I was at a live show, I'd heckle ya for that shit. But it's something utterly disrespectful about calling up to a freaking live show online. I mean, you're home. If you wanted to go to sleep, you could. It's different when you're in a place where you have to leave to go home from. You're already there. Hang up the phone. Jesus Christ. How disrespectful is that? Oh, man. Oh, man. Yeah, I don't know if I'm taking 11111 numbers. You got to dial your real number. Here. We've had a lot of trolls lately, a lot of trolls in the Tim Black Wolfpack world, so we need real numbers, Johnson. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. I'm going to need you to actually use a phone number. Yeah, okay. That was a quick change. Let's do that. Let's do this. Let's try again. Hey, they don't give up so easy. We gotta take other calls. All right, let's go to the next call. 915, you're live. What's your name? What's your comment?
Tim on my own. Oh, this is Mike in El Paso. How you doing, Johnson? Well, I never thought I'd say this because I'm not a fan of the man, but, a little bit of kudos to Joe Biden for pulling our troops home. I think it's way past time, and I'll give him credit for doing it. It's a hard thing for a president to step up and be the loser, but it's the right thing to do. And when Trump sat down with that little knucklehead from North Korea, I was applauding the man. A lot of my friends who really hate Trump couldn't handle it, and they said, oh, no, this is a terrible thing. I said, you got to be kidding me. We got two people with nuclear weapons pointed at each other, and they're trying to sit down and hammer it out. I think it's a good deal. But this brings up an idea I think you've probably thought about, and you could probably talk about it far better than I. And it's the low expectations of people doing things in the United States of America. And I, for the life of me, cannot understand why when somebody does exactly what they're supposed to do, we all jump up and down and applaud everything. I mean, getting the people out of Afghanistan was what we were supposed to do. This isn't the biggest hallelujah ever. Hello?
I'm listening, brother. Go ahead,
Hello?
brother. I hear you.
It's like when Liz Cheney stepped up and said, no, that was a real riot at the Capitol, and my Republican friends are all wrong. And all these liberal people, oh, Liz Cheney's such a great person. She's so brave. No, she's not. She's just doing what you're supposed to do. Get out of here, man. You see somebody who's out there at the bus stop smacking kids in the head with a baseball bat. When you go over and stop them from doing it, that doesn't mean you're a hero. It means you were one of the guys that stopped him from hitting kids in the head with a baseball bat. There were 19 other fuckers that walked right by him and pretended it wasn't happening. Yeah, America just has such low expectations. So kudos to Joe Biden. We all know who the fault of this is. It's the generals. I was in the military. I went to Iraq. People might believe it. People might not. I'm on the radio. So what? But the generals get paid to make the decision. We got the Afghan papers, and it tells us how over and over and over again they lied. Bush lied, Obama lied, Trump lied, and I said Biden, Obama lied. They all lied right up until the very end. And finally, Joe said, that's enough. Let's go. Let's get the hell out of there. So you got to ask yourself, why the hell they pull all the troops out before they got the people out of there?
Yes.
Who made that decision?
Yes.
That's the generals. That's their job, right? I mean, when you're about 4 years old, you learn you put the sock on first, and then you put the shoe on, right?
Yeah.
You got to do things in order. Well, they sent all the troops home, and then they said to the poor people at the airport, fuck you, you're on your own. Hang on the airplane if you can get a ride out of there. Unbelievable. So that's all I got. Kudos to Joe, but let's just don't call up Alexander's brass band and say it's the greatest thing since sliced anything. He's just doing what he should have done. He's doing what Bush should have done. He's doing what Obama should have done. He's doing what Trump should have done. Nobody had the nuts to do the right thing. So I don't even know if he knows what he did, the old fucker. He doesn't even know what he had for lunch. But he made the right call. Okay, that's good. But, this is America. God damn it. People can do the right thing. It doesn't mean you got to have a celebration.
My brother. Give it up for my caller, man. I thank you so much for that input. Yeah, it kind of goes without saying that I wanted to bring the troops home. I mean, we've been talking about that for some time. My focus of my rant was primarily on just some real truth about this shit. But yeah, obviously, I guess I should have said that as well. Yeah. Bring the fucking troops home. I mean, no one should be contesting that point. You're absolutely right. And my thing is, you look at the people saying that they're questioning, if you want to say the manner in which you brought them home. See, my thing is this. I think, now, I have no evidence for this. This is just a gut feeling, right, Mike? I feel like they pulled the troops out. They may have given bad information about how to pull the troops out or whatever. I don't think everybody wants to go home. Now listen. I know there's people who have a vested interest in not going home because the money machine cuts off, right? So, though we feel the way we feel about bringing the troops home 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 19 years ago, right? Once we realize this is bullshit, bring the troops home. It's an unwinnable situation, is what it is. But I think others wanted it not to go well as a punishment for taking troops out, because I don't believe everybody wants the troops to come out. I don't believe that. But I believe that you are on the right track, Mike, and I appreciate your phone call. Give that one more time for my caller. All right, let's go to 503. 503, you are live. What's your name? What's your comment?
Hello, Mr. Black. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you, yes.
Hello?
You're live. Who's this?
Hello?
Yeah, we hear you.
Hello?
I'm sorry.
You. I'm trying to hear you.
We hear you. Who's this?
This is Via. I'm calling from Portland. Okay, I've been trying to call you since last week, and I've been calling and then hanging up, so I'm sorry. So here we go. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday, fam. It was really good to see you. And this is Black supporting Miss Nina. I love your son with his dreads. I love dreadheads. Okay. His locks are the best. Okay. Last time I called, I gave you my heart for Nina because, well, I thought the White Whisperer, we already talked about that. Y'all got to do the Cliff Notes and figure out where we talking about, catch up. But, I thought the White Whisperer was going to be in it. But, Lord, I didn't know Uncle Ruckus was going to come out of the woodworks. And you know what boggles my mind is he still has that power. So I'm hoping our next round for 2022, instead of, mobilizing for whoever's on the top of the ticket, how we get into South Carolina and break that up. We need to break whatever stronghold, Uncle Ruckus got on the DNC. I didn't think it was that strong, Johnson. I mean, he made a girl blush the way he did that. I'm like, what? He just came out of nowhere. And the fact that Clyburn has that stronghold is scary. But that was then. This is now. Nina says she was going to give us a nice little special announcement in September. I don't know what that is, but fingers crossed. You know what I'm saying? But the DNC is messy. I don't know about Afghanistan. All I know is that all these people wanted this war to happen, and all I could think of was that was part of my reparations. I don't understand how Americans are also America and patriotic when it comes to wars all over the world, but then everybody wants to clutch pearls and go, well, we ain't got the money for reparations. Now, what are we going to do? Because now these people, Afghans, and they have every right to, are going to have their, trust. They're going to figure out how to get their own reparations because they still got, mortars in their, apartments. where there used to be. There's brick and mortar and bombs and stuff. Like, we still got this. Can we pay for this? You know, y'all's happened a long time ago. But you see, this is what I don't understand, because 20 years and all of this, and all of it was a lie. Now, you see, slavery was the truth. Jim Crow was the truth. There was no lie in that. But yet we can't get Americans to agree to reparations. Johnson, I'm perplexed. But that's not why I call. I call to say, happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. So hug for me to you. Hug from me to Mrs. Black. Hug from me and the babies and all of that. And I'm done. I'm done.
Via, my sister, thank you so much for all that you do. I love you back. We love you back. Nothing but hugs, love to you and yours. And thank you so much for the kind words. And you're right. But see, you got to understand, Via, they're not interested in us doing well. In fact, I believe, Via, that they'd rather for us not to do well. I think people like stepping on the floor. We're the floor, and white people love stepping on the floor when they come into their house. They like looking around and feeling like, hey, my life may suck, but it's still better than the blacks. That's what I really believe. That's what I truly believe about the majority of these white and progressive liberals or what are progressives, whatever you want to call them, and the conservatives as well. They're really used to having an underclass, and we are their permanent underclass, so they're good with it. They're not willing to expend any energy, any sacrifice at all to lift us off the ground. But they'll talk about how some reason, white parents believe that when we go to other countries, we love brown people. Like, what the fuck, man? Really? Is that what you think's going on? You didn't love us. We live in your country. With you. We share the same country, and you don't love us. But no, that's where we are, man. Just delusional. I can't feel sorry for that because it's nonsense. Wake up. And I don't mean it in the way that we use it nowadays with the wake up. I mean, really wake your ass up. You woke up, but you in another dream, Johnson, if you don't understand this shit. Now, I have to say this, Via, and I want you to know it because I'm tired of people building up this Clyburn character as if he's a formidable force. He is not a formidable force. Nina Turner did not lose Ohio because of Clyburn. The votes she lost were upper-class white votes. She won working-class blacks and whites. Them the only ones that would listen to a Clyburn. She lost because of these very no one watched my video. They just watched the clip someone put out that was about 15 seconds long, or they'd fucking know I did all the numbers on what caused Nina to race. And I never said it was Jimmy Dore and stuff. I said they didn't help. I said they didn't help, and they should have helped. That was their obligation if they're in our movement. And if you're no longer in our movement, get the fuck out the movement. Go start your own shit. Stop fishing in my lake if you're not a part of this fishing club. That's all I'm saying. But the real reason why Nina Turner lost is not Jim Clyburn came to town. It was that the notion that words that were put out by these super PACs that were also mostly run by my Jewish brothers and sisters who were pissed off. And Nina Turner said Palestinians are people too. That's a problem. And that if they continue to bomb Palestinians, that there should be sanctions. That is what did it. That was all that needed to be said. Those Jewish communities, the Beechwood community, the Spiker Heights communities, these other neighborhoods, these rich affluent areas, 100 grand plus households, up to 200 grand plus more wealthy households, they didn't want to hear shit. They didn't care about mass incarceration, poorest state of its size in America. No one, they didn't care about that because that ain't them. When you're talking about these problems in Ohio, you are not talking to those affluent, mostly 95% white areas with all that money. They cared about what you said about Israel. And that's who came out in droves. She lost by 5,000 votes. And I can tell you 1,800 of them came out of one affluent white community alone. But no one listened to that. They just listened to some hateful white motherfuckers who wanted to paint me as the bad guy and say I said something, I blamed it on these 7 people when I didn't. I gave you the numbers on who caused Nina to race, but no one wants truth. No one wants facts. You as bad as the Klan members from the 40s and 50s and 60s and 70s and 80s and 90s and 2010s, 1910s, and the 1850s 60s, 70s, because they started really after we got our freedom. So that's where we at. But besides all that, thank you for the happy birthday song. That was great. I appreciate you. Now, let's go to the next call. 773, you're live. What's your name? What's your comment? Oh, my bad.
Hello?
That's my bad. 773, you are live. What's your name? What's your comment?
Hi, Tim. This is Karen. Can you hear me?
Karen, yes, we hear you. Yes.
Hello?
Yeah, we got you. Go right ahead.
Hi. I guess we're on the road tonight. I tried to call in Friday to wish you a happy birthday. I can't sing, so I'm going to say I have a little tribute for you. So it's a poem again, so just bear with me. It's about 2 minutes. I just wanted to express my gratitude for all that you do. As a Johnson, I see how tirelessly you work and wanted to thank you. We always receive honest reporting from the Tim Black TV set, and that is the reason I stay up to watch you with absolutely no regret. Your political perspectives are always on point and delivered with comedic relief, as you are like a beacon of light in these times of all this grief. You always speak truth to power, even if it means sacrificing views, which speaks volumes about your character, because we know it affects your revenue. Your devotion and your sense of compassion really show, as is evident in your tolerance of others' views, even when they are trolls. So spread the word, Johnsons, on all platforms so others can obtain real news, as Tim has great guests, content, and conducts great interviews. Your passion and your kindness are evident as you as gregarious. Tim, your political impressions are hilarious. I think your Cory Booker and Clyburn are some of the best, and you showcase your journalistic integrity in interviews like with Nina Turner, Reverend Barber, and Dr. Cornel West. You're one of the best of YouTube of the progressive, with a wardrobe to match, which is most impressive. Your chat is interactive, and we love the call-in line. Mr. Tim Black, you are one of a kind. Highlighting our community's needs are an impactful service that you do, while other leftists ignore us and act like our issues are taboo. Keep bringing that passion coupled with that fire, because you are part of a movement, and brother, you inspire. Hope you had a happy birthday, and I wish you many more. Just wanted to remind you you're appreciated and you are adored. All right. Shout out to you, Tim.
Wow, Karen, you. Oh, man. Thank you so much, sister. Thank you so much. Wow, that's so moving.
No problem. Once you know, we got love for you.
Thank you so much, Karen. Guys, give it up for my caller one more time. That's Karen. That is something. Damn. Karen, I appreciate you, man. That's, I've been called everything except a child of God lately. These people, I know who I am. It's just, when you got to listen to people and make these comments, and other people who don't even watch the show just agree because they like the people making the comments. And it's really good to come home, and come all the way home. Yeah. Thank you once again. Let me go to the next call, man. Well, what a night. 609. Here we go, 609. I tried to pull you up a little bit early. How you doing?
Hey, Tim, this is Jay. Happy birthday. I hear it's your birthday, but I wanted to talk about two issues that I've been hearing about. First one I want to talk about real quick is Nina Turner's race. I love Nina Turner. I wish she would have won. But I think what caused her that race was the fact that she called a man who was the nominee of the party, the man who had 81 million votes, the man who we all relied on to defeat Donald Trump. Voting for him was like eating a burger or a sandwich full of whatever she said, poop or whatever.
You don't even know what she said.
You
don't even know what she said. Dude, how could you say that's cause to the vote if you don't know what she said? No, hold on a second. If you say that caused to the vote, I'm answering your question. If you say that caused to the election, you don't even know what she said, though. Because that's not what she said, by the way. So how can you say?
I
How
know
can you?
what she said.
You're
I
saying
do
what
know
people
she said.
told you caused her to
I do
vote.
know what she said.
Go ahead. What'd she say? What'd she say?
I think that for some part she is correctly.
What'd she say?
said
Since you
voting
know
for
what
Joe
she said,
Biden
what'd she
is
say?
like eating. She said voting for Joe Biden is like eating a sandwich full
That's
of
not
poop.
what she said. That's not what she
Did she
said.
not say that?
But go ahead. What's your other point, Jay? Let me let you finish your point.
Okay.
What's your other point?
Regardless, Nina Turner, you can say whatever you want. You can say whatever you want about anybody you want. No one is above criticism. However, you can't say something and judge the leader of the party and then expect that not to bite you back. But the second thing I want to talk about is Afghanistan, and I want to, thank all those who served in Afghanistan. I want to, my heart goes out to the 2,448 people who lost their lives in it and their families. But, when we look at it, since 2008, I think a little before Joe Biden was inaugurated as vice president, he went to Afghanistan and he came back with the message. It's a disaster and we got to go. In 2012, he sat there with he sat there with Paul Ryan in the debate for vice president again. And he said, Afghanistan's a disaster. We got to go. He ran in 2020 as president, and he said, Afghanistan, we got to go. And finally, in the first 7 months of his presidency, he did something that the three people before him couldn't do. He left Afghanistan, and he did it. People wanted us to leave. He did it. It wasn't going to be perfect, whether it was today, yesterday, 5 months ago, 5 months in the future. It was going to look like a disaster. So, I'm glad we got out of there. He did the right thing, and I think people need to realize that he did the right thing. And sometimes when you do the right thing, you know what? You won't get all the credit for it. You won't get good press. But at the end of the day, we're out of that war, and we can thank Joe Biden for doing that.
Hey, Jack, let me ask you a question before you leave, brother. Where do you usually get your news from? Just curious. Who do you watch?
I watch you all the time. I like Breaking Points with Crystal Ball and Sagar and Jetty. Obviously, I go on Reddit and I look at the news sources all over, whether it be Fox, CNN, MSNBC. But I love YouTube. I use YouTube media. I watch you all the time.
All right, Jay. Well, thank you for the phone call, man. I'm sorry, brother, but I disagree with you wholeheartedly about a couple of things. But, hey, man, you got your opinion, and I just want to educate you a little bit here, brother. Kamala Harris said that Joe Biden was a segregationist, which is probably meaning he's the biggest racist motherfucker that was on the stage at the debates. He said that in front of the entire country. Nina Turner made a comment on a news show that voting for Joe Biden was like eating a half a bowl of shit, but voting for Donald Trump was like eating a whole bowl of shit. She actually said that voting for Trump would be much worse than voting for Joe Biden. And at the time, she was still hoping that Bernie would win. You do understand that is she was a surrogate still probably for Bernie at the time. But that's neither here nor there. So, actually, I asked if you watch this show or what shows you do watch, because you would know that Nina Turner didn't lose the race because of that statement. I mean, if that's the case, I guess that would have been poor people or lower class people who would have been offended by that. As I just stated earlier, she lost various specific neighborhoods in the richer, more affluent areas of Cleveland, areas of $100,000 to $200,000 household, Beechwood areas and Spiker Heights and different locations where they're mostly concentrated religious folks who believe certain things. And that's as far as I want to go with that. But I've covered that several times on the show. I'm just a little disappointed that you would still fall for the banana in the tailpipe on this shit. Of course, everybody's able to be criticized, even other commentators. No one's saying that Joe Biden shouldn't have pulled out of Afghanistan. I'm saying, the fuck did he pull out like that for? We got people jumping on planes? These are people that helped us while we were there, right? Or people were helping while they were there. We still got to airlift people out. We got people dying to get out. So that's like an extra month just to get that shit done right. Guard the house while you walk the people out the house. I mean, that's easy to just say. No one's perfect and never's going to be perfect. Man, that's a far cry from perfect. So sound a little bit like you're defending Joe Biden a lot in this call, man. You just said everybody's open for criticism. Doesn't sound like you think the president should be criticized at all. First you said Nina Turner should have lost because she said something about the guy, and at the time he was not the president. You do realize that, right? He was running to become the president. He was not the president. So at the time he was just another motherfucker. And now he's the president, motherfucker. And yeah. And yeah, he could have waited until the hostages were free and clear before we opened fire. That's all I'm saying. That's all anyone's saying. I think those are valid criticisms to make. I'm going to go to the next call, 616. Are you still here? Yes, we do. You're live, 616. What's your name? What's your comment?
You trying to leave me? Oh, my God, man.
Why are we eavesdropping on your conversation, 616?
Hello?
Yeah, you're live, 616. What's up?
Hey, how you doing today?
Hey, you called me, man. What's going on? What's going on?
I'm doing nothing. I have something that you might agree with.
Okay. What's up, man? Who's this?
Hello?
Yeah, who is this?
My name is Jason.
All right, Jason. Go ahead, brother. What's on your mind?
All right. I got something that you... Okay. I have something that you might agree with right here. I think that every black woman should go to Afghanistan for like a year, so that way they can come back with less attitude.
I think here goes something I will definitely agree with, not just your comment that you made in the comment section that was whack as fuck when you did it, but also having the audacity to call up and make that same stupid retarded phone call. And I hate to say that, use the R word, but I mean, come on, man. Learning disabled just does not fit this. They don't let women drive cars or go outside on their own. So I don't know why. See, this is what I mean, man. There are people that call themselves comedians that just aren't fucking funny. Only thing funny about this guy is that he considers himself a man, probably. And man, I don't mean that by anatomy. I mean that by ethical, moral fiber, character, things that used to define men back in the day. We've raised this crop of knuckleheads like this who, I don't know. I think it started with the whole jackass thing with the fucking weirdos that would just do stuff, hurt themselves, anything to make a joke, anything that try to be funny, slapstick bullshit. It's a really deterioration of comedy and also deterioration of manhood. Jason is horrible, and it wasn't funny. At least be funny. I make bad jokes with some of them, and at least I attempt to inspire a chuckle out of a motherfucker. This right here was just bad. So, fuck you, don't call again. Yeah. Give it up for Unfunny Jason, y'all. Yeah. Now, let's go to someone who might have something a little bit more important to say than to piss off the whole audience. It's 252, you're live. What's your name? What's your comment?
Hey, Tim.
Hey, what's up, Kira?
Happy belated birthday. Let me just say, I'm a little taken aback by that last caller. I don't know what the hell he on. But, you know, black women are only 6% of this U.S. population. Stop trying to police us. We do not need your help handling our issues. We need to handle our own issues. And we have our own perspective. That's unique to us. And you don't need to try to police us. The problem is black people in this country are already over-policed. Mind your business. Because we're sitting here listening to your conversation with your girl. You don't even seem like you got her in check. Please, mind your business, please. Number two, your other caller, he really upset me defending Joe Biden, acting as if Joe Biden didn't have a hand in us going to Afghanistan in the first place. Why are you sitting here trying to make it seem like he did such a good thing when he was one of the people that was promoting us to go there to begin with? You act like this history is so old or so out of sync that we can't go back and look and see that this man was right in step with our Republican president getting these votes together for us to go in. I just don't. This is where the whole liberal nonsense really makes my brain start to hurt, because on one hand, you want to give this man praise for allegedly fixing a problem that he helped cause. I just don't understand this logic. I don't understand how this is plausible that you make sense in your mind that this is okay. With people literally dying, falling off of the steps, trying to get on the plane. These are people that the reason why they're trying to leave is because they know they're going to be killed by the same people that the U.S. government was funding the whole time we were there. Like, I just don't understand why people lack this nuance. Like, that they not going to hold these people, a part of the Afghan government, accountable for going against the Taliban. The Taliban was in control before the United States decided to come there and start a war with these people. The Taliban was in control of the entire country. So now that they get control back, the mock government that we set up, every person that allegedly conspired with this government is going to be likely killed. And that's the part that's left out of the conversation. And I think that we have to understand that these people wanted to leave because they were promised something. And the U.S. has to start delivering on promises to their own people first. I understand that. But you can't just leave out of a war that you've been in for 20 years with no exit strategy and expect these people to just go on living. I mean, we bombed that country in the 90s to oblivion. I mean, if you go back and you look at the pictures at Afghanistan from the 80s and look at it now, it is so sad. And I think that, one of the other callers were saying that there's going to be a legitimate claim for reparations. I think there will be too. However, we cannot continue to dismiss the original sin of slavery in this country. And I feel like that's often lost. Like, when you add up all of the years of military debt that we've accrued, we could have been paid off reparations to Black people. We could have been done so much. We could not be in debt right now to China. It's crazy the way they use logic and they flip it and reverse it in a way to try to fool you. And then you act like 1 + 1 is not going to equal 2. It's always going to equal 2. It's always going to be what is and what isn't. And that's why when you talk about people going to certain media sources and looking up things, it really matters because the delusion is on 10. I saw a story today, and it really bothered me because you got one news outlet that's legit saying we are at the lowest incarceration rate since the 1990s or 2000. And then you got another news outlet saying that we're locking up more people than we have in all of the Trump administration in the first 7 months of Joe Biden. I just don't understand how people can look at both of these quote unquote reputable news sources and make it make sense. At some point, you have to just stick to what you're seeing with your own eyes, and you have to make a valid, critique of what you're seeing because these people are not going to ever tell us the truth. They're not ever going to tell us the truth about what's happening. We have to take an active role in our communities where we are in control of what's happening around us. Because I feel like we have gotten to a point where we have gotten complacent in letting other people solve our problems for us, and it's only hurting us. And at the end of the day, I don't want to, say it like this, but there is going to be a point where some of these people are going to get tired of the United States going in their countries and messing their countries up or putting them in unnecessary wars, and they're going to attack us. And at the end of the day, we're going to have to decide then, too. Are we going to stand together as a nation together, or are we not? I just don't understand why when it's time to come together and hold people accountable, nobody want to actually pull the trigger. Nobody want to actually say, Joe Biden may be wrong in this situation. The only reason why he's trying to get out of Afghanistan is maybe because he's trying to hide the fact that he promoted it to begin with. I just don't understand how people don't see how these things come full circle. And that's why I really get upset with liberals because this man should never have been president to begin with. That's just my opinion. But it's just, I feel like it's the right one. And that's why I never promoted Joe Biden. That's why I said I would never vote for him. Because at the end of the day, you got to hold people accountable when they do wrong, not only to people in the global community, but in our own. And the person that's done the worst harm to Black people overall is Joe Biden. And I never understood how he was able to garner so many. I thought at least a small percentage of us would hold him accountable. And it didn't happen. And that really hurt me as a Black person because you're still seeing mass incarceration And you're still seeing actually laws being put in place to further hinder Black people today. And I'm sorry I'm taking too long. I'm going to go ahead and let you go. My bad.
No, I was looking for my no Joe button. So while you were talking, I wanted to hold up my no Joe button because it was important to kind of show the solidarity with the statements you were making and people who are dumb enough to try to say Tim Black supports no. Yeah, that's what I think. But no, thank you, Kara. I like righteous indignation and passion, and you know that that's my thing. I so respect a good Kara rant, a justice, for justice rant from anyone. I take that. You know what I mean? So yeah, thank you so much for the phone call. Give it up for Kara one more time, y'all. (973), you are live. What's your name? What's your comment? (973). We can't hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was on mute. I was steady talking. I was muted. I'm sorry.
It's all good.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, what's happening? Who's this, man?
All right. This Najee from New Jersey. How you doing?
Good, man. What's on your mind, Najee?
First I want to say I don't mean to keep. I don't want to really, talk about the past. But last week, you was on one last week, and I felt everything that what you were saying, and I think that the smear campaign towards you is because, you're on to something. And you're on to something because, not only have you unapologetically been speaking up for Black issues, but you started to call out kind of like the hypocrisy from the so-called progressives. And I think that I seen one of your videos and you kind of called it out because I am somebody who subscribed, and I say subscribe because I unsubscribed to Jimmy Dore, and I noticed a pattern, and it was a pattern of, it's like, you're saying the right things as far as like your critiques of the liberal progressive wing, so-called progressive wing of the Democratic Party, even calling out the hypocrisy of Barack Obama. But at the same time, you're legitimizing, what's the guy name from Fox News? Tucker.
Tucker Carlson. Yeah.
It was like, something when I was tuning into him, and I was like, something just don't seem right. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people that I would turn on to him, they will appreciate the information, but they was like, wow. He was like, they pointed out, they was like, I really not see this guy criticize the Republicans like this. Or I never really, had him. So you, in one breath, you're criticizing Rachel Maddow, but you're legitimizing Tucker Carlson. You know what I mean? Because he gives you access to the airwaves. I'm assuming. You know what I mean? In the same way the same way I kind of had to wake up to Bill Maher's his form of liberalism / indirect racism. I had to wake up to that years ago. So I think that, you're on to something, and that's where these attacks are coming from. You know what I'm saying? So, and even with the woman, and I'm glad you called out the BS of the woman who says, about the whole trope that Black people are anti-intellectual, and we accuse other Black people who can articulate themselves or have a college degree or can sit down and write themselves correctly as being white, which that is just like an insult, and that is just so incorrect. Because, Black people have always supported intellectual Black people. There's no other, you get no more educated than Cornel West. I've never heard that trope used against Cornel West. And I don't know if anybody in the audience ever tried to read a book that Cornel West wrote, because you need a dictionary next to you once you're reading that book. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, for God's sake, Martin Luther King graduated college at the age of 15, so it gets no more intelligent than a Martin Luther King. I know people have their issues with Farrakhan, but it gets no more articulate than Farrakhan. So we are not criticizing you or criticizing people like the woman that, I don't know her name, that you're talking about. But I heard Charles Barkley say things like that. No, we're criticizing you because we kind of like see a kind of like ass kissing element of you. We see that you're an opportunist. We're criticizing the fact that your type is the type to throw the collective under the bus for your individual access to whiteness. That's what we're criticizing. We're not criticizing that you're real articulate or you can pronounce a sentence correctly, and we equate that with you're trying to be white. Like, no, So I'm just kind of glad you brought that up. But as far as Afghanistan, I definitely agree. I mean, we've been in, what you said about Joe Biden, and again, like I said, I'm no military strategist, but I mean, I'm pretty sure that you should kind of like just, secure the roads, make sure the roads are secure, make sure the airports are secure, check the security of the Capitol just before you just pull out. I mean, you've been there for 20 years. I mean, there's Army personnel who have served in Afghanistan in the early 2000s, and their children are now serving in Afghanistan. That's a hell of a long time to be in a war for you to lose that much ground in so little bit of time. So the criticism is, anybody with eyes can see, like the sister just said, I'm getting to the point where, I don't really, you're not gonna basically convince me that I'm not seeing something that I'm seeing because the news media is pointing me in another direction. Like, no, I see you. You know what I'm saying? And I see what's going on and something isn't right. And I don't have to be a military expert to see that something went totally wrong there. So that's just my opinion on that. But keep up the good work, man. And I said, as of last week, man, I had to unsubscribe to Jimmy Dore. I said I could take no more of looking at Tucker Carlson on his channel. So I'm like, is that your duty? To promote liberalism, to promote that you're a progressive, but at the same time softening up your audience to a lying media personality like Tucker Carlson? But I'll leave it there.
My brother, give it up for Najee from New Jersey, man. I appreciate that, man. That's real shit. And I understand, man, you didn't want to open up a can of worms, right? Because, it is what it is. But I appreciate your support and your understanding my criticism of Sabby Sabs. Because Sabby Sabs, she threw us under the bus. She threw me under the bus. Then she threw all the black America under the bus in front of these two corny-ass little white boys from the Scooby-Doo van just to ingratiate herself to some bullshit. They ain't gonna like you anymore, Sabby Sabs. Just because you throwing Tim Black under the bus. I didn't respond to her email quick enough, her DM, so Sabby Sabs got in her feelings. But, yeah, it's such nonsense. I mean, I've never heard anyone say, Martin Luther King, I don't like that guy because no one black anyway would say, I don't like Martin Luther King because he's so uppity. He speaks too well. So somebody has been hanging out with a lot of white people with a lot of negative shit to say about black people. And meanwhile, instead of pushing back, she's going, Sabby Sabs agrees. Sabby Sabs. Wow. Yeah. It doesn't matter how articulate you are if what you're saying is some dumb shit. It doesn't matter how articulate you are if what you're saying don't help black people. 214. 214, you are live. What's your name? What's your comment?
Yo, it's Trill South.
All right, brother. What's on your mind,
You know
Trill?
me.
Yeah.
Started from the bottom and I'm still here. So, I mean, I could come up with numerous comments from what I heard tonight. Heard the lady who had many great points. One I lost on is she said that if we continue to do these things, they're going to attack us. Maybe 20 years later, many people forgot that's in fact what bin Laden attacked us for, was our imperialism. He's a Saudi Arabia is where he's from, native to Saudi Arabia. He sided with them. I certainly don't side with Saudi Arabia, but that's what he was doing, was attacking us because of our imperialist ways. But he was siding with Saudi Arabia, so certainly he was wrong for all of that. But that's the whole reason he attacked us to begin with, because this country has a habit of doing that. So I'm glad we're out of Afghanistan. I don't know that Biden did it right, and I don't know that he could have, because he was also dealing with Trump, who announced leaving Afghanistan early in his presidency. It was another one of his little, well, let me throw out this little gem here to help me get reelected. And it didn't turn out that way. But what they did was tell the Taliban ahead of time, we're leaving. So get on the march, get on the move, start doing what you do, because America is leaving. So Joe Biden had to deal with that, and I'm not a Joe Biden fan, 1,000%. Oh, I don't like the guy much at all myself. But I am glad he got out of Afghanistan. I don't know that he did it the right way, like I said, and I don't know that he could have done it the right way. So he had a lot to deal with on that, but I'm glad we're out of there. But let's judge him on, is he going to get us into another Afghanistan in his remaining time? Is he going to be drawn into something else that hasn't happened yet, or maybe is already in process of happening? Is he going to side with the government and be his old Republican type Joe Biden guy who's going to draw us into another war? That's quite possible. I mean, it's a crazy world. And would he back away from that? I kind of doubt it. I kind of think he might be the kind of guy to draw us into something new. And so I'll jump around on everything. For reparations, what we have to do, they're absolutely deserved. But what we have to do is you have to go to someone and you have to give them a qualifier first, because you will get some of these white people that will, well, you have to tell them, well, slavery was bad is what you got to tell these white people as a qualifier, so they can say, well, they had a place to live and they had food. And then I go, all right, fuck you. I don't need to talk to you anymore. Into that, you're not ever going to side with reparations. I've sent you the qualifier. You screwed up on that. See you later. Forget about you. Let's move on to people that we can actually get to understand that it's needed, that it's deserved, that it should have been done long before now. Should have been done a few hundred years ago almost. So give them a qualifier. Same way you can give them a qualifier to say, hey, my insurance isn't very good. Everybody should have Medicare for all. And then they say, well, get a better job. All right, fuck you. There's your qualifier. You screwed that up. I'm not going to convince you that everybody should have insurance because you just think I should get a better job. Same thing you can do on $15 an hour minimum wage, which is seen as so high, but is actually a minimum. It should be much higher than that, and we all know that. But if somebody doesn't support that, and they'll say to you, well, you should get a better job. All right, I don't have anything to say to you. Let's move on to somebody that can understand and actually have a discussion about this and knows what they're talking about. send out qualifiers to people before giving them the actual issue. And if they fail the qualifier, they're never going to make it on the issue. Move on and work on people that can actually be worked on to come around to seeing what needs to be done. And so keep working, bud. You're doing a good job. And like Cat Williams said, I need more haters. Think of it that way. Think like Cat Williams. You need more haters.
That's it, brother.
Haters are promoting you. Just by being a hater, they're promoting you. Sure, they're going to bring an occasional troll, but did you lose fans because of these people mentioning you? No, you didn't lose any fans. You might have gained one fan. You might have gained 2 or 3. It's not a large number, but you didn't lose any. You probably gained a few. So keep up the good work, man. Keep working on it.
Wow, true
And I
stuff.
appreciate you.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that, man. That was on point, man. And yeah, you're right. Cut your losses with these conversations, man. Like sometimes, man, like I'm on Twitter or something, I'm checking out, and my man MG from the Reset Race Podcast, Actify Press, he's going back and forth with somebody, and I know he enjoys like he likes a good debate. He likes to have a back and forth with people. My thing is only with people that are like playing fair, like that are actually show semblance of understanding the topic, right? So, like if you're saying we're all slaves, delete, because I think it was Prince who may have started that bullshit, right? When he couldn't get out of his record contract or something. But that was just a rich guy trying to get his masters, right? So he called himself a slave. But when I got like white guys saying because they make less than $15 an hour that they have slave wages and shit like that in the conversation about reparations. We're all slaves. We're all suffering. Like they don't understand the level. They don't understand that there's such a disparity between black and white in this country as far as when white people got a cold, black people got walking pneumonia. You don't understand. So it's like trying to explain these things to people that they get. Why do you think I am so adamant and the urgency in my voice? People think like I'm just talking loud because I'm upset. No. I'm talking loud because I'm upset. That's true. But the reason why I'm upset is that this shit is that serious. He's doing it for views. They don't even understand. These people say they're from the left, Trill. And they say some of them say they're supporters of other channels that are all about liberation and revolution. These motherfuckers don't even understand the plight of black people in America at all. How you going? That's why I'm starting asking people, who did you watch? Because if you don't understand that we only have 1/10 of white wealth and you're saying it's all the same, we all just need this. I just told you, we have 1/10 of white wealth. You understand? We own 2% of the wealth in the country. You own like 60. And you're saying, well, we all just need an extra donut. We'll be good. Nah, you'll be good. We're not good. If you think you're bad off, you need to look over here. It's like, you ever had somebody who you tell them how bad you got it, and then they go, man, that ain't nothing. You say, man, I had to walk to school. Like, man, that ain't nothing. I had to walk to school and I didn't have no feet. Those little things that, the generations say to their kids, and kids are like, damn, I can't say anything. Everything I say, you got something worse. Well, sometimes when they do it, they're exaggerating. But when I tell you, it's urgent. And people say, no, it's just, he just want to get loud. He's just being this way because of this. And I say, no, you need to talk about black issues. We need to all corral around, full Voltron around these issues. And if not, if you won't, I'm going to start shaming your ass because you in the way, because you are misleading your viewers who are in my same space. Now, your viewers, if you have an independent media channel and you call yourself on the left, then your viewers are my viewers and we're in the same ecosystem. And what I'm saying is you're misleading them if you're not telling them this shit. It's as bad as you weren't telling them about global warming. Understand what I'm saying? Or you weren't telling them the sky is falling. That's how serious this shit is for black people. And they're acting like nothing's happening. Like this is just regular shit, what's going on. The sky's been falling for the last 50 years. And I'm just saying, as I become more knowledgeable in this, as I become more immersed in this information, the data, the numbers, oh my God, guys. You mean to tell me that I was, my parents, like, I went to college, go to school, and then go get your education. You tell me a black college graduate has less wealth than a white high school dropout? And y'all motherfuckers going, we just need all of us need the health care. That'll fix it all. No, that'd be great. I do want health care for everyone. I do. But that's a separate issue from what I'm talking about. And y'all sound just as bigoted and racist as your grandparents, who was saying we were good. Look, at least you could ride the bus with us. Just sit in the back and shut the fuck up, Blackie. At least you're not the bus anymore. We're not riding your literal back to our place of business. At least now you can walk the streets without us lynching you in daylight. So you're good, right? So shut up and stop complaining. You sound just like your grandparents. When I tell you some real shit, and you act like, well, we're all doing bad. We all got money issues. You don't know black money issues. You don't know, you don't listen. And the commentators ain't telling you shit. But it's still you want us to go out and vote for Bernie? Now that I know this shit, the fact that Bernie wants to talk about this more, it really upsets me. I'm really pissed off now. I mean, I was pissed off then. Now I'm like fucking enraged because this shit is that bad. And I think the key to winning elections, particularly in black areas, is going hard in the paint on these issues. Period. That's what I think. So anyway, Trill, I appreciate you, man. I do. I really do. I appreciate your phone call, man. And I want people to understand that, and like I said, but if I got the dummies that's sitting there going, we're all suffering, we're all doing bad, we're all just this, we're all just that. Man, you don't understand the situation we're in. You don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't get it. It's like, and I'll just say this and I'll leave it alone. There are people in Cleveland, Ohio, in Akron, when Nina was running, where the black side of town, life expectancy is 20 years less than the white side of town. From environmental issues, stress, lack of money, lack of coverage, all these things add up and stack up and end you up at this place. And I'm telling you this is going on, and they're going, you're being divisive. You just want views and clicks. There's no views and clicks in this, you fucking idiot. That's all they do. They have no comeback for what I'm saying, so they make it about something else. They make it about his channel just had less views, so that's why he's saying something about these things. He doesn't actually care about them. Oh, he just wants to raise awareness for his show. Yeah, I want to raise awareness about my show before these issues that I'm trying to raise awareness about so they can get spread more, so there will be more awareness about the issues. I don't need 5 million motherfucking subscribers. I need an army of people who want to make this shit better. That's what I need. And I don't need to kiss nobody's ass. And I'm going to run through all of the left. I'm going to run through every member of the left to get to it. I have not stopped. This is not over. There's been no change, so the shit will continue. You will have to come get me to stop me. I'm coming for all of those in the fucking way, or admit you're libertarians, or admit you're milquetoast liberals. Admit who you are, and I'll leave you alone. Say uncle, motherfucker, because until then, I'm coming for you all. I owe you nothing, and I demand something. And that's how it's going to be. So you either get with it or get under it or get out the way or something, move, because we ain't stopping this bus. I got a full tank of petrol. I got a full tank of octane. What? Hey. All right, Cube. Shout out to Ice Cube. I'm going to go to the next call, y'all. I got a 301 number in here, then I'm going to go to 562. 301, you are live. What's your name? What's your comment?
Hey, Tim, this is Kendall, my friend. Good to talk to you again. Tim, Kendall from D.C.
Kendall, what's up, fam? What's going on?
Yeah, brother, let's talk about it. Yeah, man, let's talk about, first of all, you got me fired up tonight, man. You got me real fired up about going to the left, dragging them like Housewives of Atlanta. Just drag them. Nene and Kenya, just drag them hoes. Okay, let's talk about this fool, Nico House. You know, I don't want to hear about no damn Tulsi Gabbard. You know, the hell with Tulsi. These people up here riding for Tulsi, these fake progressives up here riding for Tulsi. If they can do that for Tulsi, why can't we do that for Nina? Hello, somebody. So they like Tulsi, just like that, I'm on Nina. Hello, somebody. So don't you come around here talking about my sister from Cleveland, baby, because the people's champion from Cuyahoga will rise again, okay? See, I came on here with a purpose of this because you got me fired up, Tim. See, these fools up here on the left, let's talk about these fools at the Vanguard. You know, these fools up here talking about, they don't say nothing black. They just want clicks, likes, and share. They not. And here's my issue with these Jimmy Dore puppets, right? And these KKK cows and all them. And I'm digging in that ass tonight because guess what? They don't talk about black issues. They want to be libertarians, and they got that. They don't care. See, let's talk about it deeper though. Read a book, folks. When the history of black people, we've been abandoned by the left and after Reconstruction, okay, when we was abandoned to Jim Crow, and the time when they had a chance, they being the radical Republicans, had a chance to really help the blacks during Reconstruction, they gave up on us, abandoned us, and we welcomed Jim Crow. Hello, somebody. So there's been a long history of the left in America throwing black people under the bus. Did you hear me, Cal Kalinske? Okay. See, we not know Breonna Joy Grays around here. We are real black folk up here representing real black folk issue, not scared. See, some black folk, they get around white folk, they just get so scared to talk our talk. And that's why I praise you, my brother Tim, because you're not scared, you're fearless. You are a leader. These other fools are not leaders. They're not leaders. They're not leaders of the left. You are a leader. See, my thing is, if anybody on the left, if they wasn't bleeding, Nina, if I can't cut them and they blood don't come out, hello, somebody, then the hell with them. Because no doubt about it, I don't want to hear about no Medicare march in Columbus. Nina was going to, support Medicare, another vote for Medicare for all. All these fake progressives out here, if they wasn't out there advocating for Nina, who the hell can we advocate for? Yes, there are divisions out here on the left because you can't tell me to go vote for this person or Bernie or anybody if they're not advocating for my issues. Now, the other black YouTube hosts, there's the Black Authority, and others like that, but they was talking, they were saying black people shouldn't even vote for Bernie because he wasn't talking about reparations enough. So this is not a new issue for those other leftists out there. Let's talk. See, for those of us who have been in this stream and this river for a long time, we've been swimming in these waters for a long time. This ain't new for us, okay? So maybe new for you, but it ain't new for us. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about this war in Afghanistan. There's a clip on YouTube. I learned more from this clip on YouTube talking about how Afghanistan is impossible to conquer than I ever learned on CNN or MSNBC because they don't talk about how it's a mountain. See, I got family who went to Vietnam, you know what I'm saying? And they I know war is not how they put it on TV. And then like, the pullout wasn't pretty. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, it's war, bitch. Like, what the fuck? It's going to be what it is. But I'm happy he pulled this out. But I'm saying these fake war media industrial complex that President Eisenhower talked about, you could tell because all the media is pro-war, period, blanket. CNN, MSN, the whole shebang is all pro-war. And they don't ask the right questions. They never ask, why we waste so much money in the war? Why we even went to Afghanistan? They don't ask no critical analysis. You know what I'm saying? No critical. That's why I love you, Tim. No critical analysis on the TV. No critical analysis on the YouTube from these so-called left about why is there divide. See, Nina's race was a tipping point. We have to rock with Nina. If you don't rock with Nina and the black progressives, you can't rock with me. And then they talk about how come Bernie couldn't win in South Carolina. The fuck? Y'all stupid progressives. You don't cater to black issues. Never talk about black issues. Never, ever talk about black issues. You're class reductionists. You know, they sit up here talking about these things, and I praise you, Tim. Keep on fighting. You are fearless. You are our shining sun in the sky, because you are illuminating all these issues and bringing light to power. Very few other people on the YouTube I really like and get down with, because I find them very disingenuous, you know. And you know who, and they know who they are. You know, some of them I like, some of them I dislike. But you have always been true to who you are and to black people, and I praise you for that, Tim. So again, thank you so much. Keep on fighting. And again, Wolfpack, we're going to be there for Nina when she makes this announcement. And we all going to phone bank and text bank for Nina, and we're going to continue to support you, Tim. So let's give it up for Tim. Let's give it up for Nina. Thank you, Tim.
Thank you, Kendall. Let's give it up for Kendall, y'all. What's up? That's right. Right here, my homeboy right here, man, Kendall. DC, Maryland, DMV, stand up. That's what time it is. Thank you, my brother. I don't know no other way to do it, Kendall. I ain't going to sit up here and lie to people. I ain't going to put on no front. That's too hard, man. This job don't pay enough for me to be lying. You understand what I'm saying? You know how much effort you got to go through to put on a facade every time you open your damn mouth? Ain't nobody got time for that, Johnson. So these people, that was probably the part that had me pissed the most, was we got people that are only doing what they're doing for clicks and views because they got stood up or propped up by some bigger white channel. And they're coming up here talking this fabricated nonsense about my message. And I'm trying to bring focus to black issues unapologetically. And of course, I support all those other issues we talk about. But now I'm moving my $15 minimum wage to $25, y'all. Give it up for that. Because it's like, you know, I'm eating my own I'm drinking my own Kool-Aid here. Like I told Nick Bronner, guys, if you start a party, it could be based on anything. And your platform could be anything you want. How could you start a party and not put black shit on the menu? What the fuck? So, with that being said, if I'm starting a movement and we got our own community, why would we not aim for the moon and land amongst the stars at $25 an hour? Why would we start at the floor of 15? And look, and that's right in line with my brother, Dr. Cornel West, and my sister Nina Turner. See, they don't want us to unite. See, Tim Black, let me say this again. Dr. Cornel West, the Senator Nina Turner, and Tim Black are formidable forces. We put us all together. All right? Dr. Cornel West on the left. That's a black bloc they can't fuck with. Now, if you say Dr. Cornel West, Senator Nina Turner, Killer Mike, and Tim Black, that is a four-way wrecking ball against the establishment. They don't want that. And when I say that, I mean the Democrat Party too. And that's the last thing they want to see is for us to join forces and click up. My man MG from the Reset Race podcast had me thinking, what's the undertone? What's the real problem here? What are they really trying to stop? Us. So Senator Nina Turner is the one who said $15 an hour was the floor, not the ceiling. You get what I'm saying? So I'm starting at the ceiling. But I support all those policies. Of course I want to eliminate student debt. Get rid of it. Wipe it off the books. When those kids get jobs or when those adults are able to provide for their families, what they going to do with the money? Go lay up in the Caymans? No. Same thing with reparations. What do you think black people going to do with their money if they get money? Go to Russia? No, they're going to buy a house here. They're going to fix up what they have here. They're going to build their lives here. They're going to invest in their businesses here. And where does the money go? Back into the economy. But see, that's why I say there is a through line of racism in this, a through line of bigotry. Get what I'm saying? Because why so much resistance? when the people ain't gonna do nothing but spend their money at the places they live. I mean, you gotten a raise before. What'd you do? Where'd you go? Go somewhere. What'd you do? How many people went to like Panama? You know, who are these people? So what I'm saying is, I don't believe that these people are being genuine or sincere with themselves. They look in the fucking mirror and ask the mirror, say, mirror, am I a racist piece of shit? Do I think black people are really less than me? Do I want good things for black people? That's the first question. But do I want the same for black people that I want for myself? I've had a lot of well-intentioned white folks, man, who were pretty nice. Then they saw me wearing a shirt one day they thought they couldn't afford. And they were like, oh my God, who bought you that shirt, Tim Black? Who bought you that? How'd you afford a shirt? It's a fucking shirt. But Jimmy can have a $2 million house and no one say shit. And if you talk about it, you bad person. I've had people, white folks, say, where'd you get that shirt from, Tim? There's some racist shit in this house. There's some racism on the left. There's some bigotry on the left. They want me to be quiet about it. See, here's the thing. I fucked around and got big enough I don't need them. Yeah. See, they messed up. I got big enough where I don't need none of them. I don't need to collaborate, go on these shows with them. I'm going to go on Professor Black's show. I say, I don't need to go on their shows. I don't need to kiss their ass and go tour with them. I could do my own tour. Too late. Mess around, let a black man get power and build his own shit up. He don't need to go through you. And that's bothering them. So I'm not saying that they sent out these morons, these goofy motherfuckers who ran at me like a bunch of blind mice. That's elbow this one, uppercut that one, karate kick the fuck out of that one, roundhouse this other motherfucker. Like they were nothing. I don't think they sent them. I think they're just so programmed to kiss ass and do what they do that they just ran out on their own, hoping when they got back, Master would have a couple wafers for them or something. Let them sleep in a big house in the basement with the rats. Get what I'm saying? That's what I think. Now, we ain't going to turn it down. We're going to turn it up. We're going to turn it. We're going to be turned, okay? So take this out of complex. Tim Black is coming for all y'all. So pack light. Get your boxing shoes ready. Put your Vaseline on. Take your earrings out. Stretch. Because we're going to fight. Because you talking to the people I'm trying to talk to, and you telling them I'm crazy. You telling them that I don't get down for black people. While you do that bullshit and try to put my name in your mouth or somebody else put Nina Turner's name in your mouth. Or put my name in your mouth or somebody else's black name in your mouth to try to fend off criticism and not rocking with black people, not standing up for black issues, and not championing for black causes effectively. Not being able to articulate the plight of black Americans effectively in this discourse. Oh, wow. We can have these conversations. We can have these conversations, Johnson. I'm going to go to the next call. I got a couple more people that were inspired to call up. I appreciate y'all. Give it up for those people. I got a 253 number in the house. 253, you are live. What's your name? What's your comment? 253. I can't hear you, 253. We can't hear you. All right, 253, we cannot hear you. I'm going to have to go to the next call. All right, moving on, 253. $562, you are live. Did I speak to you yet, 562?
No, not yet, Tim. This is your boy, Mar from Cali. How you doing today?
Hey, what's going on, Marvin?
You had some excellent callers that preceded me, and I'm kind of like, wow. my whole little story, what I was going to say, changed after each call, because it was like, wow, how do you come up after that? But I'm going to try to keep mine short. I had a rare teaching moment the other day. If you remember years ago, I shared a picture with you of my daughters. My oldest one, she's graduated high school now. My younger one lives with me. She's 15. And, she's into 15-year-old stuff. You know what I mean?
Right.
One day she happened to come into the room where I was at, and I was watching a Reset Race video, and it was just going off. And not that was necessarily important that it was a reset race, but you know how they finish up every video is with that little clip. Well, I think it's the second to the last. They finished with the clip of Dr. King, and he says, "We coming to get our check." And out of nowhere, because usually, it ain't no time where we really watching TV together, you know what I mean? She, like I said, she's doing her 15-year-old thing, And so I instinctively, I was like, "Hey, you know who that is?" And because the video part was going off, but the sound was still playing. I said, "You know who voice that is?" She said, "No." I said, "That's Dr. Martin Luther King." And I said, "You didn't know that?" I said, "It doesn't sound recognizable to you?" She's like, "Nah." I was like, "Oh." I said, and I just was like, bam, how people, are so quick to put up MLK as this, great, man, and I'm not saying that he wasn't, but what I'm saying is that even for Black people, our history of him sometimes a lot of times is sanitized through white media. What do we always hear? The "I have a dream" speech, and white and Blacks living together in harmony, and however they want to twist the words, but you never hear no shit from Martin Luther King put on white media, leftist media, or anything about we coming for our check. You don't hear that. Martin Luther King was a reparationist too, and it's like, that gets erased. And that's all I got to say. Tim, keep up your work. And I'm trying to volunteer for the Reset Race thing.
Yeah.
Do some voiceovers and word up. Yo, reparations. Peace, Tim Black. Peace, Reset Race. And peace, Wolf Pack.
Damn, that's perfect, man. That's perfect. I'm glad. I'm so glad to hear that, man. I'm so glad. Look, you saw their video because you on their channel. I'm sure you did, Marvin. But I saw they post their video. So Reset Race is looking for voiceover artists and other people to volunteer to do research in different ways. So they have a website called ActifyPress.com. You can go there to find out more information. And look, this is what I like about it, right? Because I've done things with other people on YouTube and other people in the independent media space. Nothing I do for Reset Race do they ever ask me to do anything. They never say, "Tim, could you do this?" Or "Tim, could you promote that?" Nothing. Everything I do is because I want to. Because I'm feeling what they're doing. Like, and there have been people who have done that for me over the years. Like, there was somebody back in the day, old dude, Smokey Dog, he liked my videos, right? And he just promoted me to his audience because he liked my content. I didn't ask him to do it. It wasn't, "You do this for me, I do this for you." It wasn't a collaboration. We would come to each other's channel, help each other grow. No, it was just, "Hey, this guy's funny and he's smart. Check him out." And that's how I felt with Actify Press, Reset Race. These guys are intelligent. They're on point. I love their message. I love what they're about. I love their mission. I want to see them grow. That's it. So with that being said, go to ActifyPress.com and help out. And that's perfect, Marv, because I can see you doing voiceovers, man. I'm slipping. I should have came up with that idea. Damn it, that's a great idea, man. I got Kira on this joint. I got Liu Kang, I got Marvin, I got all these different voices that I could have doing voiceovers. I didn't even think about it, man. And so I got this great idea. I hope it ain't too bad to hijack that idea. Hope they don't mind. I get some people to help me out too, because I'm over this joint struggling. But anyway. But yeah, man, yeah, this is dope. So, it looks like we cleared the queue tonight, and that's a beautiful thing, because we try to clear the queue around here. I love to try to make sure I get everybody in. And it's Tuesday, and you know how it is. We're getting the cobwebs out from the weekend. I want to thank everybody for the fantastic phone calls and the amazing, additions to the conversation. I appreciate that. But also for the kind words, wishing me happy birthday. I really appreciate that as well. Me and Mrs. Black love you back. And my kids, we love you for it. And I think we just need to just continue to do what we do. But look, guys, we fight the good fight. And I got to push it, because this ain't about one person. This is about a mission, okay? So I'm trying to get the left to want reparations for black people and policies that impact black people just as much as we want Medicare for all, just as much as we want student debt relief. This should be a package. It should be like, you want the left, you gotta want these things. And at the top of those things should be reparations and a black agenda. Those should be at the top of our list, because we should be collective. If you reducing us all to class and then you take out our plight from that, then you just lost us as a block. And since we can pick and decide what we want to stand for and what the requirements will be for you to get our vote, that's something that we determine ourselves, and we can determine that as a block. Why not have our determination? Why not be that our ask and our demand? Our demand should be for the top of what we want. It should be for what actually will change the material lives of. And if I hear Jimmy Dore, hold on, guys. If I hear your friend Jimmy Dore one more time say, changing the material condition of black people requires Medicare for all, Green New Deal, or UBI, or anything else other than, if he doesn't say reparations and a black agenda, tell him to go fuck himself, because he's doing us a disservice. He's talking to uneducated black people who don't know the plight of black people, who don't understand where we are as a group of people in this country. He's using that line. He's truncating the truth. He's omitting facts, and he's trying to get camouflage from incoming fire by saying, black people don't need theatrics. They don't need people doing hollow stunts like Kente Cloth kneeling and Hip Hop Day. That's true. We don't need that shit. But what we do need are reparations. What we do need are a black agenda, policies that directly impact black people only. And if you are unable to say that, then you are my class enemy. You are my racial enemy. You are an enemy of my people, period. Especially when I say this to commentators who I know should know better. Like the average person who watches a video might not be aware of all the data. Okay? But if you're a person who's talking to an audience and you're in the political arena and you have influence in that regard, well, that's different. I hold you at a higher standard than some no-name person on Twitter who thinks they're a slave because they got to wear a mask at work. You understand what I'm saying? And if you understand what I'm saying, make sure you really get it. You know what I'm saying? Let's make sure we're really clear here what we're talking about. So I'm just looking for people that are true allies, that's all. Yeah, we're going to cover the news. Yeah, we're going to talk about Joe Biden in Afghanistan. We live here. This is our country. This is my country. I care about what's happening in Afghanistan. I care about those troops coming home. I also care about the people that were there, that are still there. You can have different thoughts in your head at one time. It's okay. It's okay to think about more than one thing at a time. I'm thinking about the trillions of dollars that were spent in Afghanistan just to be exactly where it was before we got there, with a lot more dead bodies there. And still, Americans who don't understand spending trillions of dollars here with us, who they've been bank robbing from day one. What up? What up? What up? All these policies built on our deprivation. What up? So I love you guys, and I'm so glad I got my own community, and it feels good to be home. Damn, it feels good to see people up on it, because I remember back when they wasn't. Now guess what they caught from my cousin? The vapors. The vapors. All right, guys. Thank you, Bose Einstein. QAnon, Dad killed his kids. Seeing them as reptiles. Lord have mercy. Bruh, I saw that story. I guess I'm not all the way back to like covering that type of stuff yet. We'll get there. I saw a couple of current stories. The same shit's going on, you know? It's like it didn't stop turning. It's almost as if the world didn't stop just because I had beef with people and I got into laid into a couple of people. You know what I'm saying? So that the same foolishness kept on going. That's okay. It's going to keep going. Oh, I got another call. I'm going to come back. Look, I'm going to take this call. I thought I was done. Then somebody came in the queue. So out of respect for the queue, 612, you're live. Oh, they're gone. 612, I was about to ask your call. What happened? I'm about to click on the call. Maybe they were just listening. You know, that happens, right? People want to just listen to the show. They don't want to actually come on the live air and speak. All right, guys. You guys good? 100,000 to Lebanon. Goodness gracious. Now, 612. I'm hoping this is a real call, 612. 612. Who is this?
90 seconds.
Hello? 612.
It's Alicia.
Who's this?
I'm sorry. Hello?
Hey, how you doing? Who's this? You are live, 612. What's up? Yo.
60 seconds.
I don't know what's going on here. Okay. Hey, thank you for deleting some of these comments from this guy. Hey, kick this guy the fuck out of my chat room. Give me this guy. Give me this guy. Rain Man, the Tupac Rain Man did not nail anything. Fuck around, nail itself to a arrest warrant. Get up out of here. Johnny, what's up, Johnny? Love you, bro. Don't let the haters get you down. Keep fighting that good fight. Keep fighting the good fight, Johnson. Keep fighting it. Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of white supremacist trolls and a lot of idiots, too. All of them not white. Some of them are dummies who cape for just goofy motherfuckers. I understand, man. Everybody they got their little hustle. You know, they got their little hustle. Freaks come out at night. I'm looking for them. I don't see them now. Yeah, you know, the freaks come out at night, Johnson. That's what they do, man. Why not? You know, they're ineffective, they're boring, they're lame, they're propped up by white channels that don't talk about black shit at all. And they're supposed to be revolution. Now they want to talk like they got some passion there all of a sudden because they took notes from Uncle Tim Black. Now they want to talk like they want to get indignant. They want to get loud and show some strength now. Now they went home and studied. What's Tim doing? This is working for him. Let me see if I could do it. I could do this. Okay. Yeah, let me get serious here, y'all. I want to be very serious. I'm upset. I'm pissed off. I'm mad. Just shut up. You sit down. Cornball. Yeah, Johnson. A lot of weirdos in the chat. You don't have to be white to be a white supremacist. This is very true. Johnson. Hell, we got these, that's damn sure don't need to be white to be a white supremacist. This is a white supremacist country. People just do what they're taught to do, like what the environment says do. Oh, it treats these people like shit. Okay, Johnson, right away, Johnson. I mean, a lot of people treat black people like shit. Black people treat black people like shit. Who you thought was spreading lies about me? A lot of those people spreading those lies were black people, and they're still spreading those lies. Right to this day, still spreading the lie. Yep. Yeah. But it's all good, Johnson. It really is. All right, guys, we'll be back. Pay attention to the channel. More content will be coming out. We are no ways tired, like Hillary Clinton, but we really mean it. I am no ways tired. I know she wish she could have had that time back. She's like, I shouldn't have said that shit. That didn't go over well. Shout out to my caller who says she misses Cory Booker. Hi, I'm Cory Booker, and I was the mayor of Newark. Now, I'm just a tap dancing fool for the Democratic Party. But I believe that all of us should band together and help me become vegan. Oh, the pain of being overlooked in the Democratic primaries. I ran for president, and no one voted for me. This is racist. I wish someone voted for me. I just gotta believe. Here goes the fake tears. I'm upset. My name's Cory Booker. All right, guys. Tony says, hey, Tim, I love your passion and dedication to your cause. All right, Tony, but you got to get off the fence, Tony. Ride with a brother. I mean, really ride for a brother. Put on your helmet and let's go, Johnson. Let's go. Ride for me. Don't be one halfway in, 1 foot in, one way out. Be all the way in on this, Johnson. Come on now. Let's do this. Nah, Bernie. Y'all messing with me. Well, I told you. I said, I know Joe. I know Joe. You don't know Joe. I know Joe. Cory, tell these dumb niggas, tell these dumb blacks who I am. Representative Clyburn is very successful at getting votes, and he loves pharmaceutical money. You love pharmaceutical money, too. You the one that shut down us getting medication from Canada. I know you, Cory. Don't put me under the bus. Don't you throw me under the bus with your sloganeering. Oh, come on. Oh, we got to do better. Where's the love? Where's the love, James Clyburn? Where's the love? When I was mayor of Newark, I did stop and frisk, but I didn't like it. Come on, James. Don't blame me for Canada. Fool! First of all, you ain't got no hair on your head. You should have kept a little bit of hair you had on your head. Maybe then you would have kept some sense in your head. I'm the most progressive of progressives. You are regressive and oppressive. I am aggressive and progressive. You took a lot of pharmaceutical money. Yeah, you did. You took a lot of let's keep this clear. I got a dad joke. Which one of these dads is a coon? Oh, watch it now. Oh, no, don't you say that. Don't you dare say that. Jim Clyburn went to jail. That's where I met my wife. I met my wife in jail. I've been fighting for black people before there was black people. I will continue to fight for black people and the black people of South Carolina. So what, Jamie Laws? Jamie Harrison was a good candidate. It was all that soaking air that cost him the race. That's it. All right, so, look, guys. You guys got me acting crazy. I just wish I was good at this stuff, man. Then I could be as funny as... I know, hey, Jimmy Dore, I know you be lurking in my comment section in incognito, Negro. Jimmy come out today crying? Everybody else, see, I'm going to cause a revolt. All these corny dudes going to revolt with me. They're going to be hitting me up privately in the DMs. Tim, you were right about Jimmy. I just didn't have the courage that you had. I didn't have the courage to go against him. He was so powerful. He's so powerful. This is ludicrous. It was ludicrous. He had so much power. His punches, it's so much powers. So I sound like Mike Tyson in the 90s. It's power. It's a powerful punch. It's powerful punch. It's ludicrous. It's ludicrous. Jimmy Dore is powerful. He's the greatest man of all time. He's the greatest man with the greatest punches, great punchlines. And Kira says, low turnout also played the Ohio 11 race. 17% is abysmal. We got to do better next time, and hopefully we can get her past the finish line. Yeah, we should, Johnson. You know, special elections suck, though. Like, it's hard enough to get people out during a typical election, you know? A special election, people are like, we'll be back at the polls in November. What are we doing here? You know what I'm saying? People are like, what? It's hard enough for me to vote at the regular time. They want me to vote at the special time, too? I got things to do. I'm going to the game, man. I got to go walk my doggy. I got a trip to go on to the liquor store. I ain't got no time to vote no special election. All politicians suck anyway. This is how real people think, okay? This is how people think. People are detached, man. Mike Tyson. Hey, look. I appreciate y'all. 17% is low as shit, though. Isn't it, Kara? That's low. All right, Kara, you're going to have to do some voiceover work. You're going to pick some topics. I can't have Reset Race out trailblazing me. I can't be running behind. They're going to have people doing voiceovers. So I'm going to start taking voiceovers from my crew, man, you know? How about that? You know? All members of the Tim Black Wolfpack are eligible to submit voiceover videos for the Tim Black Show. Okay, so I'm going to open that up to the crew, man. But you got to be a member of the show. That's how it is. Because I can't have people just drive by. Like you got to be a member of the squad, of our squad. This is the Tim Black Wolfpack. And Kira is definitely a member of the Tim Black Wolfpack. So, all right. What else? I think that's it. I'm out of here, guys. I'll see you soon. I got number love for you. Be strong. Thank you, Bose. Thank you, Johnny. Thank you, Tony. And thank you, Kara. Be strong. Be safe. And remember, don't let nobody take your cornbread. And we are all Johnsons. Johnson. Wolf to the pack. Let me ask you something. Do they know us? When I say they, I mean the talking heads on cable news. Do they know you? I mean, they talk about the world as if it's a sport. They play political games, report on our pain, rack our brain to feed the stock exchange, but do they know us? Do they know what we care about? Nope. They're too far away. They can't see us. They can't feel us. They can't relate to us. See, when you want to know what's going on in your world, trust someone who lives in your world. Subscribe.
Don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. Don't be fooled by corporate media
Thank you
talking
for using
heads
Blog Talk.
misleading the people. Get your news and information from an entity that keeps it real. Tim Black. Tim Black is the host of The Tim Black Show. Independent news that leaves you informed, inspired, and sometimes entertained, but always in the know. Go to timblacktv.com and sign up today. The Tim Black Show is news for people who can't stand the news. See you there.
Most news shows are suspect. They don't focus on black issues, and when they do, it's all fluff. How does that help your life? How does that help your family? How does that help the culture? They don't. The Tim Black Show is different. Tim Black gives you news for people who can't stand the news. Real, authentic, researched, entertaining, on point. Don't let nobody take your cornbread. Visit www.timblacktv.com today. Get black breaking news, politics, culture from someone you can trust. timblacktv.com. Join us today.